Hello everybody, thank you muchly for tuning into my channel. It's Beer Monster O'Clock. And for this review, we've got one by the Elgoods Brewery. And this is their Talon Imperial Stout, and it comes in at 6.6% ABV, which is rather low for an Imperial Stout. I mean, I'm no expert on Imperial Stouts. This is one of the first ones I've ever tried, but aren't they normally around 9% or more? Yeah, let me know in the comments. Can you have an Imperial Stout at 6.6%? Well, you can, because these have done it, but yeah, I always thought they were stronger than that. But what do I know? Yeah, it's a 330ml bottle, this one. Picked it up of Beers of Europe. I think on cask it's 8% ABV, I believe. Yeah, it's £2.12 it cost me. That's not too bad for an Imperial Stout. Yeah, £2.12. Whether that qualifies for an Imperial Stout or not, 6.6%, well, that's up for debate. But let's just see if it tastes good. That's what matters, really, isn't it? Call it what they bloody like, as far as I'm concerned. Let's get it in the glass, shall we? Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this. I've got another Imperial Stout as well, my Beers of Europe order, which I think is a bit stronger than this one. So, yeah, we'll see what they're like. Let me know if you've tried this one, guys. If you have done, let me know in the comments what you made of it, because it's always good to hear other people's thoughts on the beers. And it's also interesting for other viewers to be able to look down in the comments and see whether the general consensus of people like the beer or dislike the beer. You know, the more people you hear from, better chance you've got of sort of finding out a better indication of whether people like this beer or not, really, isn't it? Anyway, shut up, Adam, and give the beer a sniff. So let's check out the aromas of this Imperial Stout from Beers of Europe by the Talon, no, not Talon Brewery, Elgoods Brewery. It smells good. Licorice. It smells like licorice. With like a little dusting of chocolate as well for me. Little bit boozy, nothing major, doesn't smell too bad. Looks wise, not got much of a head on it, but you know, the high ABV, that's kind of normal. As you would expect, it's black, it's a stout. Yeah, might have some little tinges of red towards the bottom as the light sort of bleeds through. Anyway, let's chuck it down the neck, stop flirting with the beer, Adam, and drink it. Cheers, everybody. Bosh. Ooh. Right. That's interesting, because first I sort of thought it was a bit like, when I felt the body of the beer, but then when the flavours start coming through, it actually tastes rather nice, but the body is a little disappointing for me. It's quite light-bodied for a 6.6% stout. It doesn't have no creamy mouthfeel or nothing like that. It's a little bit fizzy. Yeah, the body for me is pretty bad. A bit disappointed with the body of this beer, which is always the first thing I sort of try to think about on the first go and first impressions. Yeah, bad body, but taste very nice. Now let's dive a bit deeper into it, have another go on it, and see what sort of flavours I can pick up. Lovely roasted malts, as you would expect. It's fruity, it's rich, kind of like a plummy, raisiny sort of fruitiness about it. Definitely getting the licorice. It reminds me of a mixture of two things. Like, there's a part of it, first part of the tasting, reminds me of like a boozed up fruitcake. You know, someone's made a fruitcake and just put loads of booze in it. Proper boozy fruitcake. And then straight after that, when the licorice comes in, it's just reminded me of licorice all sorts, because it's like slightly sweet licorice. Definitely giving me major licorice all sorts vibes. I do like licorice all sorts, but oddly, I don't like just licorice on its own. But I don't mind the licorice all sort. Well, not so much now. I used to have a bit more of a sweet tooth, and I did like licorice back then. Not so keen on it now. But it's not tasting too sweet, really. It is rich, but it's not like sickly or nothing like that. A little bit too fizzy for me for a stout. It's like dryness about it, but it's nice. A little bit like more background flavours. Bit of coffee and perhaps a little dust in the chocolate, but they are more sort of in the background. For me, the main flavour here, as I say, is that kind of, I'd probably go the strongest flavour for me is the licorice all sorts, or licorice. And then the fruitcake, and then you've got like little hints of like chocolate and coffee coming out of the roasted malts. On the back end, slightly spicy and bitter hops, sort of finishing off the beer quite nicely. No major bitterness, but just enough there just to counteract that sweetness sort of thing. Giving it towards the end, it's kind of like a bittersweet finish, because you can still taste a bit of that like fruitcake and licorice as the sort of end of the taste comes in. So it's giving it kind of a bittersweet finish for me, which is really nice when they do that. So yeah, it's kind of a beer of two halves, really. I mean, mouthfeel is really important to me, and the mouthfeel on this beer is just, for me, my personal taste, is a bit shit. But it tastes lovely. I mean, as far as taste goes, it's spot on. It really is nice. Quite easy drinking for 6.6%. Yeah, I'll go 7.5 out of 10. The beer is lovely, but the mouthfeel for me, if a beer's got a really bad mouthfeel, it does just kind of, you know, take away from the overall experience. Anyway, I have enjoyed it, and I do recommend it's worth a buy. It's decent. It wasn't overly expensive or nothing like that. So yeah, as I say, if you've tried it, let me know what you think of it in the comments, and of course the other viewers, what you think of this beer in the comments. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. Consider subscribing to the channel and becoming a beer monster. And till the next one, guys, nothing more to say than bye-bye, darlings.